OBS can be fairly complicated. The setup can be pretty intimidating to new users especially. Today I'm going to go through the optimal OBS settings for streaming to YouTube to make it really easy for you to get started as quickly as possible. Hello my YouTube friends! Let's dive right into OBS and look at the proper OBS streaming setup for YouTube. Here we are in OBS, and what we're going to do is go ahead and click down here in settings. There really isn't anything here in general that would concern you. If you want to change the theme or look, you can change that right here. This is especially important for people who don't like the OBS 28 look. You can change it from whatever they're using to the dark so it will look like mine if you like. Over here on stream, you're going to drop down service and select YouTube. Obviously, you're going to make sure that you have the YouTube primary ingest server, and we're going to use a stream key instead of allowing them to connect our account. It's just easier. I like to change my stream key for every stream so I don't have to worry about anything getting hijacked or anything like that. So you just click the use stream key. It brings up the box right here, and we can go over into our YouTube, and your stream key is right here in your live streaming studio. You just copy it right here and then paste it directly into here with the right click and paste. And there you go, your stream key is in there. Make sure you apply it when you're done, and then we move on to the output section. Likes and comments are super easy things that you can do to help push this video to a wider audience. So take a second down below and let me know how I'm doing. And while you're there, if you're not subscribed, please do. It really does help me continue to make content that helps you. So thanks. Here in output, yours might look like this. It will be set in simple mode. We want to go ahead and change it to the advanced mode. We're only concerned about streaming here. We're not going to be recording. And to set up our streaming information, what we want to do is select our encoder. You may have multiple encoders in here. There are really only two that you need to be worried about. That is X264 or the NVIDIA NVIC encoder if you have an NVIDIA card. Now I have an NVIDIA card, so that's what I'm going to select. You're going to get better results from this than you will with X264, especially if you have a computer that is not quite as fast as you would hope that it should be. So we've got our NVIC. You want to make sure that rescale output is not checked, and then we want to go ahead and make this 6000. That is the 1920 by 1080 bit rate. Our keyframe interval is going to be 2. I'm going to preset mine to max quality, and this will use a little more processing power. If you have the machine to run it, please do. Otherwise, quality is just fine. I find max quality to be very nice looking. The profile here is high, and then I'm going to go ahead and check these. These are two things that are included with the NVIC encoder, and they just help to process stuff a little quicker, a little smoother, and a little sharper. That is for the NVIC encoder. If you have X264, once again, your rate control is going to be CBR. You do not want your output rescaled. The bit rate is going to be exactly the same. We're going to go with 6000. We are not going to use a custom buffer size. Your keyframes here are going to be 2. And right down here is where you're going to set up your CPU usage. And this is important depending upon the type of machine you have. Right here is your CPU usage for your preset. I have it set to very fast, which is acceptable quality. The more you go down this list, the higher the quality of the video is going to be, but the more processing power it's going to use on your computer. Now you can go to ultra fast, but chances are you're not going to be all that excited about the quality of the video that you get. So you want to go as far down this list as you can go on your computer, and you're going to have to test this. There's no way that I can tell you what the right setting is for your computer. All you need to know is that ultra fast is going to be the lowest quality, and placebo is going to be the highest quality. And you want to find what works best for your eyes and your computer. I set my profile here to high, and I set my tune to film, And of course, you can choose whatever you want. There are a bunch of different types of things here. Animation could be something you're interested in if you're doing some sort of video game that's very animation-like, but I find that film looks the best to my eye. So that is the streaming setup for both X264 and NVIC encoder. The next thing we want to do is go into audio. I like to make sure that all of this audio stuff is disabled, and the only thing I'm really worried about is our monitoring device. I want to set this up so that it is wherever I'm going to be listening to any sort of information from the stream or sound or music or something like that. Generally, it should be headphones, because if it's playing through your speakers, it will also go into your microphone. So I'm going to go ahead and select my headphones right here, and we're all set. The last piece is the video piece right here, and you want to set your canvas and your output resolution to the exact same thing. We are streaming in 1920, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to set that up right here, and then all we need to do is select our frames per second right here. I stream at 30. Some people stream at 60. If you stream at 60, you might need to adjust your bit rate a little bit. I find that 30 is just fine for most streamers, and that is pretty much it. There is nothing in hotkeys or advanced that you really need to worry about to set up to have a great looking stream. You just click apply and OK, and you have the optimal settings for live streaming to YouTube. Now that you have all the settings right to stream to YouTube, what other OBS things do you struggle with? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to see how to set up a simple stream, you should check this video out. Big thanks to the sponsors that support this channel. You can find their links down below in the description under the heading sponsors. I couldn't possibly do this without them or you. So thanks. And if you're always looking for tools, tips, and tricks to help make you a better live streamer or YouTuber, subscribe to the channel. My name is Michael Fire Jr. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.